What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Dark Avenger comic book review. Alan's already in the comments. We're doing this live as we do each and every week. Let me bring the mic a little bit closer. And so here we are. This is episode number 343.
400.
434.
Yeah, you got the 40.
Wow. I got my numbers all screwed up there.
Yeah,
See, this is why we do it live. We didn't do it live. That would have been a retake. But anyway, we're chugging along towards 450, though. I will say that. We're getting there.
Yes, we are.
Getting there we're getting very close. But anyway, as I'm doing this intro so people can slowly stream their way in, Alan is in the comments. He says, Hulk Immortal reminds me of a good movie. They kill the main character, and further down the series, he mysteriously appears, no questions asked. It does. What's up, Tevia? Alan, you have to forgive me. I don't want to give this guy credit because honestly, I believe it's more of a troll, and honestly, this person has stopped talking since Jay and I. Well, Jay's been knocking him with the knowledge, but since our argument, but I actually had a hilarious back and forth with somebody in my Immortal Hulk and Spider-Man news video over the past 2 hours.
You mean Superman?
Spider-Man. No, Spider-Man.
Oh, what?
The argument in the comments was this person commented. His name is World Breaker Hulk. So you already see what's coming. He's like, I'm so happy Immortal Hulk's coming back, and now he's so powerful and immortal, he could beat Superman. He could always beat Superman. And of course, you know, I'm nice. I always like to reply to all my comments if I can. So I reply back. I say, I'm always going to be on Superman's side. I think Superman can still beat the Hulk, but I'm looking forward to the series as well. And then this guy started throwing in random pieces of research, links to videos saying that Hulk could totally beat Superman, and started taking things seriously. And when I started saying, dude, it'll never happen, and even if it does, it's going to be a fan service either towards the Hulk or Superman, depending on who's the fan favorite at the moment. What's up, Tevia? I think I did, but I'm going to say it anyway. I don't care. I want to make triple sure. So it just became this whole blown out thing where I'm trying to tell him, dude, you're trying to tell me I'm wrong, and I'm telling you I'm not wrong, but I'm not telling you you're wrong either. I think Superman would win. You think Hulk would win. But in reality, both of us are never going to get this because Hulk's a Marvel and Superman's a DC. If Hulk was in DC with Superman, I'm almost sure that, you know, things would be different. Just like if Superman was in Marvel, things would be different. The whole versus thought, the whole versus idea is it'll always go by what the fans want and who's the fan favorite. DC fans, Superman fans are going to want Superman to win. They're going to say Superman can win. And there's an argument for how he'll win. Marvel fans who are Hulk fans are going to argue towards Hulk and explain how he can win. I know Alan's uncle says Hulk would win because he's gamma radiated. It's true. Superman's weakness is kryptonite, which is radiation, which you can play against Superman with the Hulk. But Superman can breathe longer in space. Hulk cannot. Yes, Hulk can adapt to breathing in space for a time, but not permanent. Again, there's just, and then Hulk also has his vulnerability, which is Bruce Banner. Superman's only vulnerability is kryptonite. There's just too many variables. It's too many different variables. Scotty Showman, what's going on, my friend? But no, the argument just went to a dark place fast because when he saw I wasn't agreeing with his side, he started throwing names out. I threatened to kick him off, to block him if he didn't stop. And then he just said, let's agree to disagree, but you're going to read the series and know I'm right. Look, I don't give a crap what Hulk is, whether he's a High Father, a Sky Father, whatever father. That show of strength is only in Marvel, not DC. You take Hulk and put him in DC, Batman will beat him. We won't need Superman. In Marvel, you send Wolverine after Hulk, like seriously send him against Hulk, who apparently Wolverine's immortal too because he's back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we have to worry about Superman versus Hulk. If I was this person who is a huge fan of Hulk, I would worry more about Logan and all the other characters in Marvel right now more than Superman versus Hulk. I'm just saying, if I had to cast a vote whether Superman would win, whether Superman would lose, my vote always goes to the Man of Steel. However, I have my argument where I think Superman would win because, and I've listed all my reasons for it. I mean, if you guys would like to key in, you can go over to that video. It was posted up, I think, 3 days ago. and you could put in your 2 cents whether you think Hulk would win or Superman would win. I'm not doing a versus video to do that. I thought about doing something like that down the road. Not right now. It's hilarious that I get a trollistic comment towards Hulk being stronger than Superman now and being able to beat him, and it just became this hilarious back and forth. But anyway, that's long enough for to let people come in, because Jeremy Revro's here. What is up, Jeremy? How are you doing? Medals over tomorrow. Last issue. Thank God. Thank God. Oh, thank the Lord above. Thank God. It's as old as time itself. Marvel versus DC, like Godzilla versus exactly. It's, you know, there's an argument Goku versus Superman.
Oh, that's still going on.
I mean, and there's 2 sides of that as well. So no matter what, there's always somebody versus Superman. But it was a fun argument. Jay knocked the kid with some knowledge, and since then I have not heard from Worldbreaker Hulk, but I still say Superman could beat Hulk. That's my opinion. I don't expect people to agree with me. I expect people to feel the opposite way. I hope people feel the opposite way. And unfortunately, we'll never see it happen. Justin, what's going on, my friend? What's up, everybody? What's up, Justin? We are ready to go. We have a lot of books that came out when?
Yes, we have 14 books, and they came out the last week, month, and day of February, and that date was February 28, 2018. You saw I did a little bit of a mix-up there, huh? You saw that?
No, I didn't see that.
Well, you got to get glasses and stuff. So let's start with your book, all digital.
Go Power Rangers, number 97. Wow.
Let's try that again.
Let's try it again. Okay, number 7. So,
okay. Yes, okay.
Matt escapes Rita. The imposters found out. The Rangers, Billy wants to quit. Jason and the others don't want him to quit. Jason thinks that Kimberly kind of put him up to it. And then Matt shows up. I hate this woman that was against Bulk. Bulk was going to win the prom king, and she threatened that if he won, she was going to slime them or something. It was disgusting, and it just reminded me of all the reasons why I hate reading high school books, because you get people like that you'd like to see them get slimed. And maybe she will by the end of this arc, but I definitely did not like that woman. That's like girl, that's for sure. But anyway, in the end, Matt gets found out, and the Rangers morph, and now they have to deal with Matt. But I think that the imposter Matt was having a change of heart, so to speak, and he tries to tell Kimberly before the real Matt shows up, but things kind of go south. And now it's ending with a fight. Now, obviously, the next issue is going to be the last one for the first arc, and then Shattered Grid is going to cross over with it. Oh. So it's going to be fun. Speaking of Foley, I want to slime Kim. So, Saga issue number 49. Damn it, Alan. Damn it, Alan. This one was interesting. So they're bringing the news reporters back. Also, you have the Will that's still being dragged around to find Marco and Alana. And really, this seems like it's more of a setup for this arc. I kind of feel like it's more of a setup, because now we find out that Petra and the prince have this sexual relationship, and the prince is starting to develop feelings, and she kind of isn't, because they're so different. And he overhears the reporters making Marco and Alana a proposal that if they allow the reporters to tell their story, there's a way that they could change their bodies and whatnot, make them look completely different, and they won't be on the run from the law anymore. And he wants to be with Petra so bad, he's willing to sacrifice himself, his son, and Petra, whether she wants to or not, in order to do it. And it's very interesting. He has a lot of dirt on the background of the war, and that's very, very interesting. And really, I feel like more of this book was setting everything up for the coming chapter. And I'm glad to see Saga back, and I'm glad to see that they're still very much in the there's always at least one page of nudity still. I'm glad that they keep that going. I mean, it's become a shtick with them. I like Saga. I recommend it definitely. Now, I want to see a superhero competition with Superman versus Blue Marvel. Not a fight, but some type of competition. That'd be interesting, actually. That would be very interesting. I had to sneak it in. We're talking about Nickelodeon Green Slime, right? Yeah, we're talking about Nickelodeon Slime. That's what we're talking about.
Classic days. Those were awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so since you did 2, I'm gonna do my next 2,
Right.
which is Big Trouble in Little China, Old Man Jack, issue number 6. So now we have Jack, Wang, and David Lopan, who went after the 3 members of the people who work for Changde. So Jack goes to have this thing with Thunder, trying to have like this argument with him where this guy with a knife tries to kill him and whatnot. Then we get David Lopan, who talks with somebody, and Jack actually wants to save. He goes to save David Lopan from somebody, and then both of them working together go and save Wang from all this, and then he finds out, Wang, that they don't know about this whole unsummoning Chang or stuff like that. And remember, he said that if I don't trust you guys, then I'm gonna wind up killing you and whatnot. So Jack actually had an idea. He said that his old friend Egg, which was issues ago, has a book that can basically summon Changde. And not knowing that he's still alive, it looks like that Egg is still alive because he's shown on the last page, and his book and his answers could actually help them with the unsummoning or summoning of Changde, so that way Wang could get his battle with him. Sorry, I'm just having trouble with this Kindle. This Nook right here. Why isn't it showing full screen? Thank you. So, a really good issue, though. I'm really looking forward to seeing how the next issue is going to go. And it's looking good so far. All right. Now, this one I reviewed on Comic Frontline, and this is by far Book of the Week. Exo Manowar, issue number 12. Yes, 12 issues. It's been 1 year, I believe, since Exo Manowar has been from Valiant Comics. I have to say that this comic book was amazing. You have Arak, who's going after his armor that is behind the force field, and the 3 people who are trying to auction it are basically trying to get rid of it, but also kill Arak to get their payment from Bruto, who requested that he should be killed. So Arak finds out this whole plan and everything, saying that if you didn't want me to be emperor, you should have asked me to step down, and then all this would have been unavoided. But then Bruto would have basically screwed all of you over and made him his slaves and whatnot. So when everything gets out of control with everything else, and when the guys come in to try to kill Arak, they take down Arak, and then they take down the others. And this was my favorite part. When the suit just came to him and he said, Shanhara, because that's the suit's name, that I need you. And then after he just got the suit, he said, that's it, I've had enough. The last page of when he said I had enough, wow. That by far was the greatest moment in Exo Manowar, in my opinion. And that is why it is my definite book of the week. If you want to hear a full-fledged review of it, you could go to Comic Frontline to hear that.
Scotty said a few things. Did you see Big Trouble in Little China, classic stuff?
I didn't see it until just now.
Okay.
What's
up, Ron?
Netflix. I heard rumors that Bendis wants Justice League versus Avengers 2. All Hail the King.
Yeah, Bendis could want it, but I doubt Marvel crossover with DC right now, especially when people are really enjoying.
And Ryan's Blade?
Yes, yeah. Ryan. I said, what's up, Ryan?
Yeah. All right, and those are my 2 books from the Indies, and you have one more book from Indie.
One more, and that is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, issue 79. Man, what a drastic change. Now, I don't mind the artwork. I want to throw that out there. I think it's a little sketchy. I don't mind it, and it doesn't hurt the book for me. It doesn't improve the book for me, but it doesn't hurt the book. I forget who the artist is. It's Tom Walsh. Ravel is taking over the art right now.
Get the full name?
Bram Ravel. And I'll show you guys. His mic still has it.
Whoa.
One more.
How many more?
One more.
Oh, whoa.
His artwork's a little bit more sketchy. No, one more. than I like. And but what I do like about it is it reminds me a bit of the very first volume of TMNT. So there's some artwork right there. I do like the artwork. I just want to just brief it because of the.
I didn't want.
I'm okay with the artwork. It just doesn't make it any better. I just didn't like that it was like all of a sudden like dramatic change. But the book's great. Splinter is forcing the turtles to stay there. He wants to deal with the Triceratons. I love how all of them kind of are questioning Splinter. Splinter is very disappointed. And he says he's disappointed in Leonardo. Leonardo throws some facts off at him, makes him feel like crap. And he's like, I'm not talking about this anymore, and walks off. Jenica actually helps the turtles escape. Baxter Stockman, I have this really bad feeling that Baxter Stockman's planning something behind the scenes that none of us are going to see coming until issue 100. That's when I think we're going to get hit with something from Baxter Stockman.
That's like 21 issues away.
But April comes up with an idea. The turtles find out what Splinter's doing, and they end up... The end of the issue is a big culmination of the Triceratons. Splinter shows up, and then the turtles show up to protect the Triceratons. To be continued. That was a sick... If I could have done a whole page for my panel of the week, that would have been one of my panels of the week where it was like, Father, that's why we're here, to make sure that doesn't happen. That was freaking awesome. I loved it. Now, before we go in, we're going into Marvel. We talked about Hulk for the whole first 5 minutes of the show. I did actually read Avengers this week, and I will say I do like how the book ended. I like how that big teaser of, we need something, Rage is forever, Rage is this, Rage is that, and then the last panel says, the guy says, I'm gonna make an offer. I'm gonna make that offer to somebody, and then it's the Hulk, and it's like, whoa. I mean, we all knew it was coming, but the way it came was awesome. And now I'm not reviewing that book, I'm just reading it for my own kind of pleasure, but man, that last page where he's like, I'm gonna make an offer to someone who's going to just turn the tides, and this person is the epitome of rage.
Yeah, Scotty said a new cartoon premise.
Are you guys still not feeling new cartoon premise? No.
What?
No. I'm never going to warm up to that, Scotty. I mean, I'm glad you are.
TMNT?
Yeah, the TMNT where Raphael's the leader. No.
Oh, that one.
I grew up with Turtles since before I loved the comics.
It's Leonardo.
I grew up with the cartoon way back when, and I've always known the default. Leonardo's the leader. I don't like this incarnation.
Why are they making Raphael leader of the group? Doesn't he have like an anger issue?
No, Leonardo does now.
Yeah, but isn't Raphael the one that left the Ninja Turtles and then came back?
Yeah.
So when you're someone through and through, that's a leader. Leonardo never left. Raphael did. So
no, but they're redoing the whole series. They're rebooting it.
Why?
Because I can't do it. They say Leo may end up being the leader. It's kind of a prequel. Nah, I don't believe it. I don't believe it's a prequel. I believe that they're trying something new, and if the fans love it, they're going to leave it. The only way they'll put Leo back is if the fans like us who are diehards don't like it, and they'll say, oh, it was just a prequel all along. I agree, Nerdivision. What's up, Nerdivision, by the way? I agree with Nerdivision. Why reboot it? Why do we need so many reboots? The Turtles, the 1980s cartoon was good. The 1990s was good. Why do we need a brand new Nickelodeon restart with the gap-toothed Donnie? Now we're not getting gap-toothed Donnie at all. Now we're getting a whole flipped, messed up universe version of the Turtles.
They better not touch anything wrong with Mikey, because I swear he's like my favorite turtle.
It's like no, it's like there's just so much wrong with that cartoon. I can't support it, and I'm actually pretending like it's its own universe, kind of like Earth 2. It's TMNT Earth 2. Doesn't exist in my world. Let it exist in their world. Let them do what they're doing. I truly and honestly hope that it only lasts 2 seasons at max from Nickelodeon, because there's no way I could back that up. There's just so many wrong changes made to the show that's just not worth watching for me. I'm sure it'll grab a few new fans. I just feel bad for them because they'll never know what the true... Anybody who jumps on TMNT for the first time with this, I feel bad for them because they'll never know the true legacy of TMNT unless they fix it. I hate when they wrongfully bring people in on Raphael's always been the leader. No, actually, Leonardo's always been the leader.
I mean, in a Turtle Power...
Nick's TMNT was best best modern incarnation.
Wait a minute. Didn't they say in Turtle Power song, Raphael, he's the leader of the group? In that Turtle Power?
I see. Jeremy says, why make April black all of a sudden? This is that was their choice. I have no care about April. I mean, that's a problem. That's a change that a lot of fans aren't liking. But my problem is just the Turtles alone. I could live with if you want to change up certain things, but for some fans they don't like that at all. A lot of us like to keep Legacy the way it is, and I agree. I like to keep Legacy the way it is. If they're going to give us a new character, make her a new character. Don't make her April. Make her a new character. But beside the point, what's up, Jeremy?
JLS.
What's up, JLS? What's up, Jesse? I'm sorry. I got so messed up in my head. TMNT, I just feel like they should have left everything alone. If they want to do something new, do something completely new. Don't use the TMNT franchise. They completely changed the entirety of TMNT to the point where it's not TMNT anymore. It shouldn't even be called TMNT. It should be called something else. But I agree with you, Jeremy. There were a lot of changes and made Wally black. Now look how that turned out. Now there are two Wally Wests. Exactly. So maybe they'll say there's another April O'Neil. I could live with that. But my problem isn't with April O'Neil. My problem is with the way the Turtles are structured. Raphael was never the leader, and the way their personalities are is very different.
But I was trying to tell you, in the Turtle Power song, like from the movie, didn't one line say Raphael, he's the leader of the group as lyric?
No.
They did. They said Raphael, he's the leader of the group.
No, he's not.
Didn't they say it was Raphael?
No.
They said Leonardo?
Oh, let me think of the song.
I think they said Raphael.
No, Donatello.
But no. I agree. It should be Leonardo.
He's mean and green, not leader of the team. Mean and green.
You sure?
Yes, mean and green.
I gotta look it up again.
I've never liked the blocky Nickelodeon. No, I don't like what Nickelodeon's done with the cartoon.
Raphael's cool but crude.
There you go.
I don't remember the whole song. I don't
Nerdivision knows. Nerdivision knows because he is a fellow TMNT.
Well, Leonardo is the leader. I'm just trying to make a point if I remember the lyrics.
I hope
I'm not good with lyrics.
The writers give all the fans good fan service, not just new ones. I agree. I hope so too, Scotty. There's a lot of comments all over the
Turtle
place.
Power Cowabunga. That's all I'm gonna say.
Leonardo leads, Donatello does machines. That's a fact. Jack.
All right. Yeah.
Oh man, that theme. I'll have that in my head now for a while. I'll have that in my head for a long while now.
Yeah. Turtle Power song.
Mikey's the party dude. He always was.
Doesn't anyone don't they say Cowabunga anymore in anything?
They do.
They do?
They do. Mostly for a while.
Oh, they should.
I believe Black Nerd is being Michael Black Nerd is one of them, one of the characters he's playing. I think he's Donatello. Is he done? No. Maybe he's Leonardo. I don't know. I know he's one of the characters.
I think Donatello probably.
I miss the old 80s. All right, let's get back to the comics.
All right, the big two.
Marvel, like I said, Avengers, interesting. We all knew the Hulk was coming back. It was an awesome last page. But 3 books I'm running through. X-Men Blue 22, The Poisons are back. Now it explains why Venom's going directly into Venomized and why X-Men Blue are going to be missing for a time. Because apparently the X-Men Blue team is going to be caught up in Venomized. They just did not want to bring Venomized into X-Men Blue as well. So the X-Men Blue team is going to be with Venom all the way past this stupid poison thing. Because at the end of this issue, one of the bandits as well as Jean end up being possessed by the poison. And I love the foreshadowing throughout the issue where Jean's like, I have a feeling this is the last time I'm going to see Scott. I have a feeling that something very bad is going to happen. It's like, it happened.
By the way, I need to invest in a stylus because my fingers are obviously getting too big for these buttons.
You could get a stylus.
I'm going to get a stylus probably. Like $10, I think, on Amazon.
As long as they still eat pizza. That's right.
Well, the pepperoni and cheese pizza, of course. That's what
Scotty says. Black April could be a really good thing. It could be. Who knows?
And live in the sewer, too.
Personally, Turtles are what matter the most to me. Also got Batman TMNT book, Justice League Power Rangers book. Oh, cool. Very cool, Jeremy. But yeah, I'm not really I'm waiting for this crossover to end, and then I'll probably read the final Venom story arc with the poisons on my own, and then I'll come back when Venom gets relaunched again.
Oh,
this was a throwaway issue for me with all new. I know this is going to be scary for everybody. All new Wolverine issue 31. Laura's not even really in it. This cover is very misleading. It's Deadpool teaming up with Gabby because Gabby is taking I forgot what the Wolverine's called.
Wait. You wanna?
The Wolverine's name is here.
Don't move it.
I don't know what his name is. Jonathan. Gabby takes Jonathan for a walk, and we find out that Jonathan's family is being tested on in this facility. Gabby calls Deadpool. It becomes this big comedic kind of like crossover thing with Gabby and Deadpool, and it was a nice little transition issue. Not world breaking, but it definitely. My problem is we went from a really serious story with Laura and the Orphans of X, and then we just completely went a complete 360 and went into this Gabby story with Deadpool.
Oh, this is a nice cover.
It's a very nice cover. So I really didn't dig it as much. I love Gabby and Deadpool. Of course you think it's adorable. You think everything's adorable.
Oh, God,
Tevye.
not again.
This is like that fight with the Hulk and Superman. If I ever said Jonathan wasn't adorable, we'd have a back and forth with Tevye. I'm waiting till summer to pick up Marvel books again. But it was an okay story, but when I think all new Wolverine, I don't think Gabby teaming up with Deadpool. I guess it's one of those transition books. We'll go into the next one. And yeah, it was okay. Definitely not top 5 material this time around. And Spider-Man 300, I'm still reading it.
Well, Peter Parker.
I'm sorry, you're right. Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man issue 300. I'm still reading it. It's very wordy. I did skip to the end just to have an idea of what's going on. So they're fighting the Tinkerer throughout the whole issue, and somehow Spider-Man has to go back in time because there's something to do with what's going on, and they can't change it, so they have to go back in time to fix it. No, there's a whole dialogue to it. It felt like a chore to read this book. Now, as you guys know, I'm really not into Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, but it is issue 300. There was so much to read, and it's an oversized book. I'll probably sit out the time travel story arc because there's always time travel. They're traveling, so unlike Captain America, which is going to be forward in time for a while, we're traveled back in time now to fix something in Spider-Man's past to prevent the horrible future that is what happens by the end of this book. Let's add time travel into the Spidey book. Yeah, that's a good idea. It always is a good idea. So that was my book. We're going into DC Comics now.
All right, and I'm going.
Wow, really? You don't have any Marvel books this week? It just hit me. I only had 3 giveaways.
No, I only have 2 DCs and the Indies.
Wow. Okay.
I told you.
I didn't even realize. Okay. I didn't even realize.
It's going to be really something this week. All right, so I'm going to start my book, Justice League of America, issue number 25.
And it's an exercise.
Yes, it is exercise of the anniversary issue. And in this one, we see that now, since this is the New Life and Death Part 1, by the way. And we see that now Batman has returned. And the reason why he's returned is because there's like this, I don't know, like there was like lots and lots of words in this issue. Like he wants to like go into this new world to find out what's going on and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So there's a new member that's added to the team, Aztec, who's added to the team, along with Dreamslayer. Now, Dreamslayer, which goes in between worlds, he goes along with Batman, and Black Canary wants to also because, you know, she's a team player and everything and wants to see stuff like that. And the reason why Dreamslayer can't be like all powerful or anything is because he needs Lord Havoc. Now, Lord Havoc is the one that gives him like powers and everything. And there's like this whole big thing where they go here and they go there. So it's like a little bit here and there and everywhere in this issue. Just to go right to the ending, basically when Dreamslayer is being ripped apart his body, Lord Havoc comes in, and it looks like that Havoc's going to be in the next issue. That's going to be either causing problems or trying to see what's going on. So that's basically the long gist of the book. It was like really, really long and wordy and stuff like that. But not am I saying it's my least favorite or anything. I mean, like I said, I have 4 books this week, so that's it.
Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps, issue number 39. Hal Jordan is now even more a prisoner of Zod. Kyle goes to Mogo to get the Green Lanterns to go save Hal. Now, remember, the Guardians are running the Green Lantern Corps again. So John Stewart doesn't get the final word anymore. So John Stewart goes to the Guardians with this news, and the Guardians are like, let us talk about it. And John's like, you do understand Hal's out there right now. We need to act now. And they're like, listen, you have to trust us. We're going to conversate about it, and then we will get back to you. Of course, that doesn't sit well with a good handful of the Green Lanterns, and they decide not to wait for the Guardians and zoom off to Hal's aid, including Guy Gardner and Kyle Rayner. So they show up. They start fighting with Zod. Zod is worried that his plan is going to be foiled because they let Kyle get away. And the fight, the 90% scanning of the ring. So they need another 10%. So Zod is fighting with the Green Lanterns now to get that other 10% scanned. Will it happen? And I have a feeling now that Hal's ring is back on the planet, Hal's going to get his ring back. Kyle's going to get his ring back because Hal's ring already healed Kyle. And it's going to be a real awesome fight. I wonder now Superman's back, and we'll talk about that when action comes, but Superman's officially back in the present in action right now. I wonder if they'll have a guest appearance by Superman sending back Zod and the others to the Phantom Zone, or if that's a future arc that I don't know if Bendis is even going to touch. I don't even know if Bendis has to know what's going on, right? He can't just be coming into this blind. So I'm sure that it's an arc that DC said he's going to have to deal with in Superman. Every time I say Bendis and Superman, I start to get worried. I really get worried.
All right. Teen Titans, issue number 17. It Ain't Easy Being Green, Part 1. And if you can tell by the story arc of this, it focuses on Beast Boy. And, you know, it focuses on, like, his story. I like how in Teen Titans, like, they take the time to choose a Teen Titan to talk about. Like, they did a little bit with Aqualad, and then they did a little bit with Starfire. Now, this time, they're doing Beast Boy. And, you know, he just goes around, like, you know, like, trying to be, like, this great guy, like, saying, hey, I'm Beast Boy, you know, I could do this and transform and whatnot. But then, the thing about this issue is that here's what gets twisted, though. Beast Boy actually meets with this other person who's from another team that could actually treat him, as they say, better than the Teen Titans. So when he goes to there, after the Teen Titans seem to be like all this and that with Beast Boy, he joins them, but at a cost of him getting a shot, like of him like saying, if you get this, you know, you'll feel better. When he, in his eyes, you see like the mind control.
Yeah, I saw the previews for Teen Titans.
Of that. So how that's going to play is going to be really amazing. So I can't wait to see how that's going to play.
Now we have some Zod comments.
Good issue.
Tevia's like, yay, Green Lantern versus Zod. Alan says, nah, I'd throw Zod in the Phantom Zone and then throw the Zone into a black hole. Well, the Phantom Zone technically is kind of like a black hole. How many books is he doing? You ever saw Bendis do was 8. I think Bendis is doing 7 right now in DC. He has his Jinx World. He has 2 other books attached to it, and then he has the 2 Superman books. He's introducing another book called Pearl, and then I think there's another one somewhere, and I can't remember what. But I know he's taking part in something else. GPAP, what is going on? Welcome to the live episode of the Dark. Welcome to the live review. There we go. I was losing it for a minute because I saw Brooklyn Boys for Life. That's right, Brooklyn Boys. Yeah, he's on 7 books right now, and that makes me super nervous for Superman.
We've already established that. Or actually, you've already established that twice, just to be exactly right.
I don't think I could take 10 years of Bendis on Superman. I really don't. I don't think I can deal with it. And we haven't even started yet, and it's going to be 10 years.
Well, why don't you just give it a chance and wait?
Oh, I'm so worried. This is going to hurt so bad.
From what people said, he did pretty good on Superior.
I'm hoping. Thank God Marvel's bringing Wolverine back. At least I have that to look forward to, sort of, kind of.
Well, let's just hope he does something good.
Oh, please don't. DC, Superman's doing so good right now. Why are you doing this? I really hope that they gave Bendis strict guidelines with Superman. I really do. And I'm just really worried about action more than Superman. I'm worried. And yes, he is doing it again, Tevia. That's why I'm worried. But how are you doing, Gene Paul? How are you doing, GPAP? How are you doing? How you feeling? How's life? Hopefully you're doing great. Now, can he do some more crap? Then keep track of all continuity. We all know how. You know what? We're also upset about Bendis, but we don't know if it was Marvel telling Bendis what to do and not truly Bendis, or maybe Bendis was burnt out. I've got to think of the positives here, guys. So I'm going to think of the positives. Now, a book I was surprised with this week, and actually after this book, Mike, always the optimistic, love it.
Always the optimistic.
He wasn't being optimistic. That was me.
Yeah, he's Chris.
All is good, guys.
I'm Mike.
I know he knows you're Mike.
Yeah. Maybe because I said to give it a try.
Yeah, probably. Why. Yeah.
Well, you should.
They'd be silly to mess with Superman so quickly after Rebirth. I agree, Scotty. So I'm hoping that there are some guidelines there. I'm really praying that there are some guidelines there. I'm really glad you're doing good, though, GPAP. Now, this is by far my favorite book that's come out of Metal so far. That says a lot.
That does say a lot.
The Terrifics, issue number 1. And I got to tell you guys why. Plastic Man steals the book. He steals the book completely and utterly. But it does spoil one thing. It spoils one small thing, unless somehow they do it. He comes back in Metal and then he leaves. Plastic Man is not going to make his appearance in Metal. Don't judge it before you read it. I agree. I know, Jesse. I'm just worried. I'm allowed to be worried at least, right? Oh no, there's proof Bendis has no editor at Marvel. They let him do. Okay, so maybe now that he has editors, yeah. Let's keep our fingers crossed, everybody. I'm hoping that I'm wrong. I'm hoping that everything's gonna go fine. But the Terrifics prove that we're not gonna see Plastic Man in Metal at all, at all. He actually comes back in this first issue. They have the egg, and apparently, oh, I forgot his name now. I forgot the guy that took Terrific Tech, came out from behind him and took it. But whatever his name was, used Metamorpho to go into the dark matter universe. He opened up the portal. It screwed with Metamorpho, and then Mr. Terrific, using the Plastic Man egg, they get sucked into the dark universe, and Plastic Man wakes up again. And then we get the whole backstory that Batman years ago asked Plastic Man for a favor. He had a mission for him. And in going into the dark universe, the dark matter universe, it put him into a dormant state. So he's been that egg ever since he tried to do this mission. And then the only way to change him back was to go back into the dark matter universe, and they couldn't until that very moment. So Plastic Man was kind of lost for a while. So he's woken up now. They're in the dark matter universe. Now they have to find their way home. And they come across, now the cover shows them everybody in the team. So they end up landing on this dead, deceased being in the dark matter universe. But they also come across, and anyone who's a fan of Legion of Superheroes knows this girl, Phantom Girl. I like how the Legion's starting to show up. Now, you know, my one worry is we haven't seen Saturn Girl yet. It's been almost a year, and we have not seen what's gone on with Saturn Girl. She is in Arkham. So what's going to happen with her, we don't know yet. And maybe, you know when we'll see it? We'll see it in Doomsday Clock.
Maybe.
2 years from now. But anyway, Phantom Girl is there. And now they're trying to escape, but they find out that there's a beacon, and that's what was calling to them, or what was whatever that old man was that opened up the portal, he heard. So they find the beacon, turn it on, and it turns out it's Tom Strong. Now, anyone who read the previews already know that they're on the quest to find out the last location to find Tom Strong. And the beacon is a playback video, and it says it's Tom Strong, and he says, if you're seeing this video, that means I'm dead. So it's like a I'm dead video, so this is the information I'm going to partake into you. And it's really cool, and I loved every moment of Plastic Man's banter back and forth. Plastic Man is the reason why I stuck with Justice League of America way back when the book kind of started going south on the artwork. Plastic Man has a very awesome, if you think Jim Carrey before he went completely weird, back when Jim Carrey was funny, that's Plastic Man, but not as funky, insane as Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, just the funny part of him. And I love Plastic Man. Plastic Man made this book for me more than any other character, and he is definitely the reason why I would love to get the first issue just physically, just the first issue, and then after that, every arc I'll get the trade of, because this is my favorite. This is the first Out of Metal book that I'm actually considering getting a trade paperback of after the first arc is done.
All right.
This is the first DC book that I'm actually thinking of trading. Let's see. Going up. I can understand Chris's passion. He loves Superman as much as I love pizza too. God, are you sure about that? His second love is Ninja Turtles. Yes, that is true as well. I love DC for getting their company together. I agree. Who's Tom Strong? Okay. Tevya, look up Tom Strong. Look up Tom Strong. Or you know what, Tevya? Bring that question to Frontline Live tomorrow night. There's a good advertising part. Tuesday night, 10 p.m. Eastern time. We usually go live. Bring that question to Frontline Live, and Jay will fill you in on all the information that I probably will take too long to explain. He'll condense it to a nice 2-minute explanation of who Tom Strong is. He makes pizza. He makes pizza. Pizza for everybody. Oh my God! Could imagine a pizza villain. Oh God! Don't say that.
Why not?
Is Plastic Man better than Elongated Man and Mr. Fantastic? Better than Elongated Man in the humor department and in the I like reading him department. Mr. Fantastic, I don't know if you can compare Plastic Man to Mr. Fantastic. Mr. Fantastic is a brilliant genius scientist, and Plastic Man is a former bank robber turned superhero after getting his superpowers. So I like Plastic Man, I will say that. Ask Alan Moore how he feels about Tom Strong. Yeah, ask Alan Moore how he feels about Tom Strong. That's true. All right, the trial of Batwoman happened in Detective Comics 975. I think that was Pizza Villain Nick on the Nick Turtles. I think that might have been. No, in the 80s there was this the alien looking things that came out of the pizza. Remember the aliens that were in the pizza? The pizza aliens from the 1980s cartoon. It's in the game also.
Oh,
they look like the aliens. Yeah,
things,
they look like the alien.
nanobots.
No. They look like the aliens from Alien. The pizza aliens.
Oh, I know that now. Yeah. That's from the game.
So the trial of Batwoman, but really Batwoman's not there. Batman brings the entire Bat family together, and my God, guys, another book that would have had a panel of the week if I could pinpoint one. Batgirl got all savage on Batman. So Batman wants the Bat family to kind of vote on. He wants to hear their opinions on Batwoman. And I like how Tim is very upset with Batwoman because she went against what the Bat stands for. Cassandra's not in this meeting. Cassandra was asked to sit out. Nightwing says that she can redeem herself, but for the time being, she shouldn't wear a bat. Red Hood, Jason says that she should be left alone. You know, she made a choice that she thought was the right one, but he says if not, she could stay on the black sheep side of the table with me. I don't care. But he thinks she should keep it. And then Batgirl says, you can hold this meeting all you want. She's savage. She's like, why did you do this? What was the whole point of the Batman Nights? It wasn't because you believed in Tim's dream. And I love how everybody thought it was. It was because you wanted Cassandra to stay here. You knew Cassandra was going to follow her father. And this was your way of beating the father and kind of saving your only family that is an actual bat, that is blood. And Batman never confirms or denies it, but everybody kind of sees it. And then Barbara's like, you know what? You could hold this meeting. We could say to take the bat away. You could want to take the bat away, but only one person can take that bat away, and that's her. That's Batwoman herself. And she says, you know, she's in her own mind right now, and she's making her own choices because of what, you know, she knows that you're pissed and you're doing this, and you might ground her completely. So now she's going to make choices, and we're all going to have to live with it. Whether we agree with them or not, she's making her own decisions, and nobody, not you, not me, not Robin, not Nightwing, can stop her, period. And it's true, and she does make a decision. She follows her father. She is going to lead the colony now, and no longer, well, she's still going to be Batwoman, but she's going to be Batwoman, leader of the colony, and now Batman has to live with the ramifications of that. And the fact is, though, Barbara's right. You know, Batman could tell her stop being Batwoman, but it's not like Robin where he could say, I'm going to stop training you, or it's his son or daughter. This person, she trained herself. She became Batwoman on her own. And then Bruce kind of got introduced to her life, and she started working with Bruce. She was Batwoman before Batman even allowed her to be Batwoman, if that makes sense. So now it's like she became her. She's the only one that could take that away, and she did. She chose to lead to join the colony, and Luke decides to join with her, and Luke brings also Jean-Paul, which means they've now lost Azrael and they've lost Batwing to the colony. All three of them have joined the colony now, and all this is the strings being pulled by that little shit behind the scenes, and I can't wait to see Tim beat the crap out of him one day. Really can't. I hate that little. In terms of power, Plastic Man is above Reed, more flexible, and took out people like Supes and Flash. I know he's more flexible, but again, it's like Superman versus Hulk. You can't really compare him and Mr. Fantastic. In power department, Plastic Man may be stronger, but in the brain department and the science department, obviously, Mr. Fantastic is superior to all. He's one of the top 5 smartest men on Earth, or top 3. I feel bad for him. Tim Drake. Yeah, I feel bad for Tim also. Ulysses, thank you. I hate that little shit. The Detective is going really well. Batman, we'll see what happens this week in Batman. And then finally, Action Comics, $9.98. Superman and Booster Gold escape. Skeet ends up downloading himself into an Eradicator body. Huge fight. Awesome stuff. This book is 90% Superman. Booster, feeling bad for Superman, says, look, I could take you back to Krypton to see what you want to see, but you can't alter it. It's against the time-space. It's against the rules. And Superman's like, fine. And he takes him back and he says, you're going to sit here and you're going to watch it. And he watches it. He watches his mother die, and then he sees Jor-El get whisked away by something. And I like how Booster said, whoever whisked Jor-El away is the reason why the future is so liquid right now, because somebody's messing with time, and he's doing it just enough so that it doesn't change the future, but it is messing with time. So again, more teasers towards Doomsday Clock, which I pray we get the next issue of already. Still was not in DCBS. Very upset. Very, very upset.
Dang it.
But anyway, so they go back to the present then, and as Superman leaves the ship, Booster finds out, oh crap, no, well, Skeet tells him that Lois is in Lagbana, whatever the place was, and Superman's like, I gotta go help her and John. And he leaves before Skeet could say, but Lois and Sam Lane are now are dead. They died at the end of the last issue. They were gunned down. The only one that survived was John, because Superboy. But when Booster hears this, he's like, no way, we're going back. And they just died 97 seconds ago. So they go back, 97 seconds, gotta go. Get back to work. All right, thank you for stopping by, Jeremy. I really appreciate it. We're ending it soon anyway. But Booster goes back in time, prevents what happened at the end of the last issue, saves Lois and Sam Lane. Superman shows up in time to save them even further. Superman never knowing that Booster actually saved his family. And now it's like that. We're playing catch up with Sam Lane in the next issue of Action. That's going to be fun and a very interesting way to lead into Action Comics 1000. I liked it. Oh, Chris, when you're done, please check Twitter. I tagged you in something. I'm scared, but I will. But I liked Action Comics this week. I thought it was really good. I like how Booster kind of broke his own rule that he said in this issue to save Superman's wife and son, because Superman already witnessed his family die once. He doesn't need to see his entire world die again. That was really nice of Booster, and I feel Dan Jurgens knows Booster Gold better than anyone. I'm sad to see him go. We're going back to the Bendis thing again, so we're not going to go back to the Bendis thing, but this is a great issue. Definitely Action Comics is something to check out. We're going to hit 1,000 in less than a month. There's only one Action Comics issue in March, and then 1,000s in February.
February?
1,000s in April.
Yeah.
And then we get a 6-part Man of Steel crossover. But and the Batman storyline sounds cool. What was the thank you for? Good night? Or maybe maybe it's on Twitter. Booster is always a good time. He always is. I love the Booster Gold series. I'm hoping maybe they'll give Dan Jurgens it. Since they're canceling some books, maybe they'll bring Booster Gold back, give it to Dan Jurgens again.
Maybe.
But that was it for this week's review, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Everyone who was here live with us. We had GPAP, Scotty Showman, Alan. We had Tevya. We had Jesse. We have Justin. Justin was here at the beginning. I'm not sure if he's still here now. I want to make sure we had Ryan, who popped in for a moment, a brief moment. I think I said Jeremy. I'll say it again to be safe. Jeremy. We had Nerdivision pop in. Nerdivision, who is the one that has donated over, I think, $15 to the channel thus far, which I appreciate that. Up there's Justin and there's Jesse. So thank you all so much for being here. But now for those of you watching post live, it's your turn. Let us know in the comments below your thoughts about the books that came out this week. Likes, dislikes, agree, disagree. Recommendations. We'd love to hear from you guys. As always, there is also a Twitch channel. There is Comic Frontline. There is a donate button on the channel. If you are inclined to help support the channel, feel free to click that donate button. As always, donations help the channel, but are not a requirement. We are here because we enjoy having fun. This channel is officially unpartnered from YouTube. So any donations help the channel, help us move to our goal faster, but we still will get there. It'll just take a little bit more time. Great review and show. Oh, man, I appreciate that, Nerdivision. Thank you so much, man. Once again, you are our top and only donator, and I appreciate that. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. Take care. Keep reading. Keep collecting. And we will see you guys tomorrow on Frontline Live. Yeah. But next week for another Dark Avenger comic book review. Look forward to, little promotion, my Sea of Thieves beta, week 1 through 3. Overview, thoughts, likes, concerns, and rating. I will be doing that for the beta because I would like to share my thoughts on the game. So look forward to that. That should be going up, if not tomorrow, the day after. I was going to do it last week, but when I got the 3rd week's worth of beta, I decided to play 1 more week's worth. Brant will be making a guest appearance for 5 minutes in this video, sharing his thoughts because he actually got to play this week. If you have Xbox, if you have a gaming PC, this is a game you should definitely check out. Take care, everybody, and have a great night.
Bye, everybody.